Welcome to the Veteran Action Update Brief. I'm Mark Lucas, founder of Veteran Action. Our guest is Congressman Zach Nunn from Iowa. Zach is a combat aviator who's flown over 700 hours in the Air Force. He's also the newest sponsor of the Veterans Access Act. This is President Trump's top legislative priority for veterans. We at Veteran Action are working with the White House to pass this bill before Veterans Day. Zach, can you tell us why this bill is so important for veterans?
Well, Mark, I want to thank Veterans Access for all you're doing to help champion this. First and foremost, we all know some of the challenges here. The wait time is too long. The access for veterans should not be barriered. And on top of that, we have a real challenge in making sure that veterans are getting access to the providers they need at the time and place of their choosing. I will say this. Here in Iowa, we have done this well, and we have some of the best veterans medical professionals anywhere in the country. Challengingly, that's not the case the nation over. I think that President Trump is absolutely right to help lead this charge, and Congress must do its part to make sure that we're increasing access, that we're providing real solutions for our veterans, and that's exactly what the Veterans Access Bill does. Lowers that barrier, gets them in touch with their provider, ensures they have the care that they need, and is able to execute in providing and delivering the services they need, whether it was in their military time or in the time since.
And Zach, there's been a lot of talk about veteran suicide. You're one of the champions of a big bill to help, offset this crisis. Can you talk about your veteran suicide bill?
Look, we all know that veteran suicide continues to be a challenge, both for veterans who are serving in their combat role, but most importantly, when they come home. And Mark, you're absolutely right. This month marks Veteran Suicide Month. And so we're moving legislation to help those veterans when they come back to our communities from the front line to the home front to get the assistance they need. I named this bill after a corporal who served, and in his challenge with suicide, he had served as a Marine on the front line. He came back home. His battle buddy lost his life to suicide, and Adam Lambert, a man from Adel, Iowa, also lost his life to suicide. The reality is, it doesn't have to be this way for our veterans. Helping them, particularly in the first year after their combat service, as they return, to be able to provide assistance for PTSD, to make sure that we've got counseling services, and to be able to do those essential health screenings is a huge step forward on the legislative process. But Mark, you and I both know the best way to take care of our wingmen is to make sure that we have strong veteran-led groups who are checking in on them, who are there in their time of crisis, and who can help prevent these things. This is a wraparound service that the Adam Lambert bill helps lead, and it depends directly on our veterans as well as our members of Congress to get the job done.
Yeah, Zach, it's so important to take care of our veterans. I know that I've lost more friends to suicide than I ever did from the wars in Iraq or Afghanistan. So thank you for leading that charge. And, Veteran Action, we really urge the grassroots to reach out to their lawmakers in support of these important bills. Can you tell us how, in your experience as a congressman, how important it is for the grassroots to reach out to your office and many others all across the country?
Yeah, Mark, I would say it's critical. I mean, the things that are happening, whether it's helping a veteran get their benefits, recognizing their awards and medals. We just awarded somebody from World War II who was a prisoner of war their medals, having family reach out, but also recognizing the best way veterans are going to be able to help veterans is by making sure their members of Congress know. Look, in my office in Iowa, we have hired a full-time Green and Gold Fellow to come in just to work veterans issues. That's how important it is. But it's not just about helping the individual veterans, it's about helping the entire team here. And some of the best recommendations from Iowa we've been able to put into law to be able to lead out here in Washington. And so veterans-led solutions on the home front are the best way we can deploy it all the way to Washington to make sure it's helping everybody, whether it's at your VFW, American Legion, or right there in your own community, to help these veterans get the access they need. Reach out to our office, but then also make sure that you're an advocate wherever you are deployed, where you have been deployed, and get other veterans on board with prioritizing our requirements so that Washington takes care of you.
And for everybody watching at home, we created the Veteran Action Center, where you can contact your lawmakers via patch-through call, email, and on social media. You can conduct all three of those actions in less than 5 minutes. And this was the same tool that Veteran Action used to help President Trump's nominees like Pete Hegseth, also Matt Lillmeyer as the Undersecretary of the Air Force, and Captain Sam Brown at the VA. It's an effective model. We were able to patch through over 1,000 people to their Senate offices over 4,000 times in support of those confirmations. So we're urging the grassroots to do the same for President Trump's top legislative priority for veterans, the Veterans Access Act. You can go to veteranaction.org, click on the Take Action button, and contact your lawmakers. Zach, thank you so much for being such a great leader here in Iowa and for everything that you're doing for veterans.
Hey, Mark, thanks for everything that Veterans Action is doing. And thank you to all the veterans who are standing up and making sure that the future is better for every veteran coming back from a combat environment and serving our community. We salute you all.